like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. And we're underway on EA Sports. And this carries into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Carry for Derrick Henry. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Adrian Phillips on the stop. It's a gain
on second down now. It's Henry, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Murray. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always... trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray flushed out right to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. offense. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And normally when you see guys move it this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play. And then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off. And he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Shotgun now from Murray. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Niners have taken the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical? And almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Watson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. With the Vikings and 49ers, you might remember met in the divisional round of the playoffs a season ago. The Vikings coming in off the overtime win against New Orleans. With the 49ers, they were rested and ready, and they got a couple of touchdown runs from Tevin Coleman. And their defense shut out the Vikings in the second half as that wound up a 27-10 Niner victory. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to air one out. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
It's a turnover on downs.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Derrick Henry, 53 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quick quickly for 6.
Well, CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category, and that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
1
yard
gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. The 49ers 43-yard line. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D's. They score a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that, because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter. Back deep, it's Deshaun Jackson. Fielded at about the 28. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Murray, flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29.
play there for the Niners. 47 yards. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. To try again after the sack. Murray.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Murray fighting, lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
A 52-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
On the counter, this is Akers. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
They'll run here with Akers. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Second down, Akers. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 33. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Watson on first down. Steps away to his left. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Escaping the pressure right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Murray Gets this one to Hill. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. And this time he is in. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
And that is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson buying time to his left. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49ers as they score a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!"
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, Can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we break it down on next-gen stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end. So they were on him in a hurry.
The Vikings send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
On the return, Jackson.
So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
From the gun, Murray. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Cameron Jordan in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
16 yards on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Murray and company going for it on 4th. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this...
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Murray under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much.
And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. To come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
6. And the Vikings 1st down.
Now Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
Vikings.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson, that's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 22. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
At the 27-yard line.
After the sack on 1st down, Murray, he'll fire one down. He got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Murray. He's got his tight end fan. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Murray with a 3rd and long. Flush to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 17, Watson outright. This is Boyle, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On the run, it's Penny. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On 2nd down now, Akers, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Here's Akers. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. We'll call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the 49ers, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home